To give you an idea of how cold it is out here, we cut an orange in half. This side we left inside our live truck, and as you can see, squeezes pretty easily. This side we left out here for about 2 hours, and as you can hear, solid as a rock. This is how they're labeling street signs here because many of them have been blown away. For every dollar it takes in from homeowners, about 35 cents of that goes towards paying healthcare costs for current workers as well as retirees. And certainly a developing situation here in Burlington. Will take you right to the activity. You can see over my left shoulder dozens of emergency responder vehicles literally bumper to bumper. Many of the crash victims coming to this hospital for their treatment. Hospital personnel tells us that they brought in additional staff to deal with all of these accidents.
There's a number of individuals with broken bones.
People on stretchers were accompanied by cars on flatbeds along a 2-mile stretch of Interstate 94. Combination of weather and speeds too fast for conditions resulted in 1 person killed and dozens injured when a blanket of snow acted more like a blindfold.
It was hard to see.
There were literally bumper cars.
It was a whiteout.
Cars going off the road. There were jackknife semi-trucks.
It was terrible. As soon as I touched the brakes, I started sliding sideways.
Matt Leach was at the front of the pileup, heard the cascade of colliding cars. He managed to avoid the dangerous chain reaction taking place behind him.
We were able to stop, but unfortunately people behind them weren't able to.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to the victim's family.
Racine County Sheriff Christopher Schmeling says a man was killed in the pileup. He estimates about 60 crashes took place in the county, half on the interstate. A portion was shut down for most of the day so cars and the injured could be tended to, including one of his own deputies,
who slipped and fell on the interstate and had to be transported to the hospital.
But getting ambulances in proved difficult. Doctors say at times more than 1 patient had to be transported per vehicle due to conditions and the chaos created by the wreckage of gridlock. Hospitals in Franklin and Racine report tending to 50 patients, most with minor injuries.
This car's totaled. This is $25,000 in damage.
One of the sheriff's squads was rammed by a driver going too fast for the terrain. Fortunately, the deputy and person inside were out of harm's way when the impact occurred, one of many collisions caused by the weather and speed.
If you must travel, you need to slow down and allow yourself enough time to stop.
With enough water, you can make a pond or a lake.
Then we'll start running a hose from here.
Or a mess.
Oh, well, it's still pumping.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
The problem off of Water Street is too much water.
How about the other one?
Jacob Tibbetts works with generators and pumps to turn a pool back into a parking lot.
They had a pipe break on the first floor.
He believes a 3-inch pipe and hours of gushing water are responsible for feet of flooding on the ground floor and garage. We Energy says the flow of water stopped the flow of electricity for a time, leaving hundreds in the 3rd Ward without power, shorting out traffic lights.
Nobody likes to go through this, but you know, it could be a lot worse.
3 cars in this garage look more like a school of fish. The vehicle with its lights on barely manages to keep its cylinder head above water.
Maybe it was shorting out, so I guess it's flooded and fried now.
Lisa Fauster may have lost her PT Cruiser, but hasn't lost her sense of humor.
Flounder works, I guess so, PT Flounder.
The building's owner says it hosts 5 tenants above street level, totaling about 70 workers. But the most important business here is drying out a building with too much water along Water Street. Now, the car's owner as well as the building's owner both tell us that they do have insurance. Now, as for the businesses inside the building behind me being open on Monday, it's unclear if that's going to happen. And the reason is We Energies tells us they have to inspect the equipment. A private electrician needs to stop by to take a look at wiring, and a city inspector needs to stop by as well. What was taken in Milwaukee is actually older than the city itself. It is an instrument whose sound will be missed by people like Doris Nadolny. She's played and taught the violin for about 60 years and reacts to a fellow musician who was attacked for his.
I gasped. It's a shock. And to think they tasered the poor guy.
Causing him to drop the violin and fall to the ground.
This is a violin made by Antonio Stradivari.
Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra concertmaster Frank Allman, seen in this video, plays a Lipinski Stradivarius. Some estimate its worth at around $6 million. Monday night, Allman finished a concert here at Wisconsin Lutheran College and was walking to his car with the violin, which was on loan to him from a donor. It Police say that's when he was attacked in a case containing the rare instrument dating back to the 1700s, and 2 violin bows were taken.
The violin was, in fact, the primary target of this robbery.
In a news conference, Police Chief Ed Flynn said the thief drove off with another person in a vehicle similar to this maroon 80s or 90s Chrysler or Dodge minivan.
These are wildly valuable to a tiny slice of the art world.
Flynn says because of that world scope, the international police organization Interpol and the FBI are looking into the crime.
They should take him to jail.
Now, many are hoping a priceless instrument will be recovered and 2 thieves will face the music. Police located the violin case, not much else. Concertmaster is recovering and in good condition. If you have any information on his crime, you're asked to call Milwaukee Police. When you no longer have a flagpole, you find another way to hang Old Glory.
There is no sign.
When you've lost most of your street signs, you find another way to mark where you live. When you have no change of clothing,
And we got socks, underwear, t-shirts.
you find whatever you can.
Let's see, I got some jeans and my Walmart jeans.
Jennifer Mendoza is one of hundreds in Washington, Illinois, who lost their home to a tornado.
It's a little overwhelming when you see it for the first time. I had to prepare my brother and my sister when they were coming in.
The family helps with the enormous task of sorting and cleaning what remains.
I cry over the overwhelming help. You know, just from strangers even. It's great here. I mean, it's a sunny day. It's a good day to clean up. So
we've been sorting through multiple houses over the last couple days.
Joshua Mason and his father don't even live here. They're helping a friend
Because his wife is pregnant
who's about to need even more help.
and ready to blow.
They salvage what remains inside a home with a view no one ever wanted to see. X marks the spot of so much destruction, but also so much cooperation.
Nah, he's just my friend. Has been since junior high. It seems like we'll be all right. There's enough people around. We'll get through it.
Many in this neighborhood do have homeowners insurance. They cannot say the same for those renting in apartment complexes nearby.
That noise was odd.
It was not the cinematic surround sound drawing sturtevant crowds Saturday night.
And I heard this crazy crash.
It was the noise by a theater's retention pond.
It was a boom.
Luring Kelly Skaggs and others outside.
Well, you had all me and my buddies up front watching this.
From the depths of this water, a tow truck eventually removed a 2003 Ford Mustang. The muddy bottom still caked on the tires, water dripping inside the lights, debris hanging from the running boards. A dive team found the vehicle completely underwater.
It was just glass. You couldn't see anything.
Police eventually located the people once inside the car. Investigators say 38-year-old Sheila Bell was behind the wheel.
Not good.
Police say she was with a 13 and 9-year-old.
Sad, but I mean, just glad nobody was hurt. That's all we kept saying.
Inside the Mustang, we caught a glimpse of a bottle of prescription medication, along with a can of Bud Light Lime Strawberita. Investigators believe items like those may have led this horse to water.
Just stupid. Just absolutely stupid.
Sturtevant police say it is the second time Bell has been accused of OWI. Seen outside a movie theater with real-life trauma and consequences.
Hope the best for her kids.
Police are asking for the district attorney's office to consider 3 separate charges in this matter. 2 are felony counts. In Sturtevant, Jeremy Ross, Fox 6 News.